Yo, what is going on, guys? It's the one and only HENIS, and today I am bringing you another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video over here onto my channel. Now today, guys, what we're going to go ahead and talk about is the best class setup for the R3K in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, this is a weapon that I didn't even touch in the IW beta. In fact, I think the only weapons that I used in the Infinite Warfare beta were the MV4 Fallout, the FHR Havoc, and the Mauler Ruin, because if you guys haven't picked up on it already, those are all variants of weapons in Infinite Warfare that allow you to get de-atomizer strikes. So I really didn't touch any other weapons. However, as soon as the game dropped just a couple days ago, I threw on the R3K just because I wanted to experiment with all the assault rifles in the assault rifle category, and I believe this is the second one listed down, so I tried it out pretty early, and oh my god, this weapon is an absolute beast, guys. It's actually a 3-round burst energy rifle, which is incredibly cool because it allows us to use some attachments that are actually exclusive to energy weapons, which is really cool, and it's honestly something that I think Infinity Ward did a really good job here with in Infinite Warfare. So before we get too far into today's video, guys, though, hopefully you all will enjoy. If you guys do, a like rating would be very much appreciated. Let's go ahead and see if we can shoot for 100 likes on this video. If we can hit that, that would be awesome. And make sure you guys also go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, so you can stay up to date with all Call of Duty Infinite Warfare news, best class setups, tips and tricks, all that good stuff. I love bringing these to you guys because I personally feel that bringing you guys the best class setup video allows us to start a little bit of a conversation down there in the comment section, because while this best class setup works really well for me, it doesn't necessarily work for every single player in Infinite Warfare, and obviously it's not going to. So there may be someone who watches this video and says, hey, I think that this attachment that you have here on the R3K could be swapped out for another attachment. You can leave that down in the comment section, and then maybe that class setup will work really well for another person. So if you see an adaptation of this class setup here in this video down there in the comment section, be sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up, because maybe it'll actually go ahead and help out someone else, and it allows more people to obviously see the comment higher up if you give it a thumbs up. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into it. So I'm going to go ahead and have this R3K class setup up on screen here right now, just so you guys can go ahead and follow along a little bit more visually, and then obviously if you want to take a screenshot of this and maybe go ahead and edit your class setup later on your PS4, Xbox, or PC, you can obviously go ahead and do that. So let's start off here with the attachments. I've got Quick Draw, Particle Amp, and Faraday Slug. Now a lot of you guys are going to be saying, whoa, what on earth did you just say? Obviously Quick Draw you guys are probably pretty familiar with. However, Faraday Slug and Particle Amp are two attachments that are specific to energy weapons, which is really cool. I talked about this a little bit earlier in the video, and it's something that we can only run on energy weapons, which is really cool. So we can have it here on the R3K because this is a 3-round burst energy rifle. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just go over each one of these attachments specifically and tell you exactly why this attachment is actually going to help you out in terms of winning gunfights, getting more XP, and just overall doing better, stuff like that. So we'll start off here with Quick Draw. Obviously, this is going to be an attachment that's going to be really beneficial pretty much on all class setups in Infinite Warfare, but especially when it comes to assault rifles, because assault rifles are going to have a slightly slower ADS speed in comparison to another weapon category like the SMGs. So having on Quick Draw is going to allow you to ADS a little bit faster, and when you do that, you'll be able to get a couple more shots off on that enemy that you're engaging in a little bit quicker as well, which is going to allow you to win more gunfights, and then obviously play a little bit better, get higher score lines, get on those score streaks, all that good stuff. Now, the Particle Amp, this is an attachment that we haven't seen on any other weapon aside from energy weapons within this game, and Particle Amp is something really cool. I actually talked about this in another best class setup video that I did over here on my channel, and Particle Amp actually allows you to extend stopping power range. This is incredibly cool, and what's really cool about this Particle Amp attachment is not only does it work on assault rifles, but it works on SMGs as well, as long as it obviously is an energy-based weapon. So being able to extend your stopping power range really helps on, especially with SMGs, with the ERAD, which I covered earlier on my channel. If you actually want to check that out, I'll have a link up on screen here right now. But when it comes to Particle Amp, on assault rifles, for instance, it allows you to kill enemies a little bit farther away with fewer bullets, which is really nice, a really nice ability. And like I said earlier, when it comes to SMGs, having that Particle Amp attachment really helps out a lot, being able to kill enemies a little bit farther away, especially when SMGs really aren't tailored to being able to engage in those long-range gunfights. And the very last attachment that I've got on here is the Faraday Slug. Now, the Faraday Slug is very similar to another attachment that we have here in Infinite Warfare. However, it doesn't actually work on energy-based weapons, and that is Hollow Point. Now, Hollow Point does the exact same thing as Faraday Slug. It actually increases headshot lethality, which is incredibly important. It's essentially high caliber from what we had in Black Ops 3. So throwing that on assault rifles helps out a ton. It's literally probably one of the most important attachments you can have here on this R3K. Now, quickly here we'll go over the perks. I have Ghost and Dexterity. Ghost and Dexterity are pretty much the best perks you can be running right now, especially as early as we are here in the game. Now, when it comes to a perk like Ghost, because we are so close to the actual release of the game, pretty much the only score sheet that people are throwing up here when you get into a lobby are like UAV, Warden, and maybe like Bombardment. I believe those are the first 3 starting score streaks that everyone has on, so a lot of people are going to be punching out UAVs. So being able to stay a little bit stealthy off the minimap once you reach that level level 18 to be able to unlock Ghost and throw that on, definitely make sure you do that because you're going to be able to stay stealthy, obviously perform a few more flanks, and get more kills. And Dexterity allows you to reload weapons faster, which is incredibly important. And I believe it also allows you to swap weapons faster as well. Just an overall really good attachment. Definitely a necessity here on the R3K and pretty much all weapons in Infinite Warfare. And for perk 2, I've got on Scavenger. It allows you to go on more streaks, obviously. Now, with energy weapons, you do replenish your ammo automatically. It is at a pretty slow rate, however, so having on the Scavenger attachment is going to help you out a ton. And the third and final perk that I've got here in this class setup is Gung Ho. It allows you to fire your weapon, call in score streaks, and throw equipment while you're sprinting, which is so helpful. Definitely much better than the Gung Ho perk that we had back in Black Ops 3, and definitely a necessity here on this class setup. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up today's video, guys. Hopefully you all did enjoy. If you guys did, a like rating would be very much appreciated. Let's go ahead and see if we can shoot for 100 likes on this video. Like I said, that would be awesome. And make sure you guys also go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, so you can stay up to date with all Call of Duty Infinite Warfare best class setups. And like I said earlier at the beginning of today's video, guys, if you've got an adaptation for this class setup that you think would work really well for maybe another person, or maybe even for yourself, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section. We can start a little bit of a conversation. And then not only this video, but also the comment section will be an awesome place for people to come and find the best class setups for the R3K. And if you guys did go ahead and watch up to this point in the video, make sure you go ahead and comment down below hashtag R3K. That'll let me know that you guys are watching this entire video. And anyways, guys, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, everybody, keep gaming as always. Stay cool. Adios.